Hello students, welcome back all of you to a new session of two-dimensional analytical geometry 2. We completed the topics parabola and ellipse in our previous session. Hope you understood. Mathematics is a subject learning through practice. So practice more and more. Don't stuck with your doubts. Clear it with us. Yes, we can enter our today's topic. It is hyperbola. We are going to learn today the standard form of hyperbola with the center at origin and also the center at some other point h, k. Yes, let's see that. See, here we have the curve hyperbola. The equation of this hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. We learnt the equation of ellipse as x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. But here we have minus sign. Okay? Yes. Now we can see the center. The center is at the origin 0, 0 and we have the vertices at a distance of a units from the center. Okay? So this distance is a units and these 2 points are the vertices. See, here I am marking v and v dash. These are the 2 vertices. If it is at a distance of a units means we can mark it as a, 0 and minus a, 0. So the vertices plus or minus a, 0. And the focus is at a distance of AE from the center. Okay. E is already greater than 1 because all the hyperbola, the eccentricity value is greater than 1. Since E is greater than 1, it is after the vertices only we have the point focus and it has the distance AE. So the focus point will be AE, 0. Here also it is minus AE, 0. So the foci is plus or minus AE, 0. And the directrices is at a distance of A by E units from the center. So here we can mark the directrices. It is at a distance of A by E units from the center. Okay. So this we can mark it as D, D dash. So its equation is x is equal to plus A by E and on the left side it has the same distance. So D1, D1 dash is another directrix and its equation is x is equal to minus A by E. So the equation of directrices will be x is equal to plus or minus A by E. And the lattice vector, yes, it is through the focus. So we can draw the lattice vector also. It is L, L dash and its equation is x is equal to AE because it passes through AE, 0 and this side it is L1, L1 dash and it is x is equal to minus AE. Okay, and the length of the lattice vector is also 2b square by a. So now it is easy to by heart because we already learned the same thing for ellipse. But the equation is different. It is x square by a square minus y square by b square. So this is our hyperbola of type 1. So in this same diagram we can also see the axis. We have 2 axes of this hyperbola, that is nothing but transverse axis and conjugate axis. Transverse axis. And here the transverse axis is nothing but the length between, distance between 2 vertices, that is V, V dash. So already you know this distance is A and left side also we have the same distance A. So the length of the transverse axis is 2A and its equation is, what's the equation of x-axis? Y is equal to 0. So the length of the transverse axis is 2A and its equation y is equal to 0. And another one axis is conjugate axis. So conjugate axis is y-axis here. And its length is 2b. Since it is y-axis, its equation is x is equal to 0. So if it is of type 1 means we can say that the transverse axis is along x-axis. Now the transverse axis is along x-axis. So this is of the type 1. So this is our second type, transverse axis along y-axis. Also you can say that transverse axis along y-axis means conjugate axis is along x-axis. Okay. Now the equation of this hyperbola is y square by a square minus x square by b square is equal to 1. The type 2 equation is y square term should come first. Okay. Y square by a square minus x square by b square is equal to 1. Okay. And in this one the center is 0, 0 and these two are our vertices. It is at a distance of a units means we can write it is 0, a and b dash is the next vertex. It is 0, minus a and we have the foci f and f dash and it is 0, ae and 0, minus ae. And you can mark the directrices. It is at a distance of, we can mark it as d dash and this side it is d1 dash. So the equation is y is equal to a by e and here y is equal to minus a by e because it is perpendicular to y axis. Similarly the equation of lattice rectum is also y is equal to ae and marking the lattice rectum as l dash, it should be on the focus. Okay, L1 dash and its equation is also y is equal to minus ae. Then the length of the lattice rectum is, here it is same 2b square by a. The next one is equation of hyperbola, standard equation of hyperbola with center at h, k. So again we can see both type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is transverse axis is parallel to x-axis or we can say its conjugate axis is parallel to y-axis. Okay, transverse axis parallel x-axis means conjugate axis parallel to y-axis. Okay, both are same. And its equation is x minus h the whole square by a square minus y minus k the whole square by b square is equal to 1. See this diagram? I consider the center h, k on this first quadrant. Okay, and this v dash is a transverse axis and it is parallel to x-axis. See, this is our transverse axis, it is parallel to x-axis. And similarly, here the transverse axis is parallel to y-axis. Okay, so anywhere you can consider the center h, k and its equation is, suppose it is along, that is parallel to y-axis means the equation is y square becomes y minus k the whole square. So it is y minus k the whole square by a square minus x minus h the whole square by b square is equal to 1. Okay. So in ellipse, how you decided the type 1 and type 2? Using AB values. Denominator a is greater than b and it is on the denominator of x square means type 1. Like that you decided. But here we are deciding the type 1 and 2 using the numerator. X square term is positive means it is type 1. And here y square term is positive means it is type 2. So no need to see the value of a square and b square, whether it is greater or smaller, doesn't matter. We have to see the numerator. X square term is positive is again first type and y square is positive means it is of type 2. For example, if they are given one equation, see x square by 36 minus y square by 25 is equal to minus 1. See, here we can't decide the type 1 and type 2. Make this right side constant 1 as positive and then decide whether it is type 1 or type 2. So if you make this as positive, we have to change the sign. So this becomes minus and this is plus and this also plus. Okay. So we can change this equation like y square by 25 minus x square by 36 is equal to 1. So actually it is of type 2 because y square is positive and x square is negative. So if the hyperbola is of type 1 or type 2, but the eccentricity is E is equal to square root of a square plus b square by a square, and the condition for all the hyperbola, it should satisfy, all the hyperbola should satisfy this condition. B square is equal to a square into e square minus 1. In ellipse what we learnt? A square into 1 minus e square. In hyperbola, a slight change, it is a square into e square minus 1. Okay, whether it is type 1 or type 2, you can make use of these three property. And focal property, that is fp minus f dash p is equal to 2a. I written fp difference f dash p. We don't know which value is greater, so we can write fp. The difference between fp and f dash p is always 2a for all the hyperbola. Okay. Exercise 5.2, question number 3. Find the equation of the hyperbola if they are given the center 2, 1 and one of the foci 8, 1 and the directrix is x is equal to 4. So using these three given data, we have to find the equation of hyperbola. So before finding the hyperbola, we should decide whether it is type 1 or type 2. Okay. So we can mark a rough diagram with these points. Just mark xy axis and we can mark the center 2, 1. It is on the first quadrant. Here I am marking 2, 1 as the center, and one of the foci 8, 1, it is on the right side of 2, 1. So here I am marking 8, 1 as focal. Okay. So just join this one. It is parallel to x-axis. So it is of type 1. The hyperbola is of type 1. To find the equation of hyperbola, we need the center and a square value and also the b square value. So in this question, they are already given the center. Okay. So we can write that given center h, k is equal to 2, 1. Okay. Just we can find only a square and b square to get the equation. For that, to find the a square value, just find the distance between center and focus. Okay. So already they are given the focus point. Let it be f of 8, 1. Okay. Now find the distance between them. What is the distance between center and focus? It is CF. How you will find the distance? See, y coordinate is same, means subtract the other one. It is 8 and 2. 8 minus 2 is giving 6. So we can write AE is equal to 6. Also you can find the distance between center and directrix. What is the distance between center and directrix? A by E. So you can write that also. Distance between center and directrix. Already we learned that distance between center and directrix is A by E. So directly I am writing A by E is equal to, how you will find the distance between center and directrix? Center is 2, 1 and directrix is x is equal to 4. See, if they are given the equation in terms of x, means just subtract the x coordinate. Okay. See, what is the x coordinate? 4, and in the center the x coordinate is 2. So just subtract the x coordinate. 4 minus 2, you will get 2. Suppose if the equation is y is equal to, means just subtract the y coordinate. Okay. Yes. Now they are given x is equal to 4. So I am subtracting with the x coordinate. So we are getting a by e is equal to 2. So from this AE and A by E, we should calculate A value. Okay. For that, just multiply these two values. See, AE and A by E, I am multiplying. AE into A by E is equal to 6 into 2. Therefore, E get cancelled. We have A square is equal to 12. So by multiplying the two distance AE and A by E, we are getting the value of A square. Now after this, just use the condition of hyperbola. We can also find B square value. So the condition of the hyperbola is b square is equal to a square into e square minus 1. Okay. Then just multiply it. It is a square e square minus a square into 1 is a square. So it is also can be written like this, ae the whole square minus a square. Okay. Now substitute the value of ae. ae we have already the distance between center and focus. We already subtracted that. 8 minus 2 is 6. So it is 6 square. And now we got a square as 12. So it is 36 minus 12, 24. So we got b square also. Okay. Now using this a square and b square, we can write the equation of hyperbola of type 1. See. I am writing equation of hyperbola . The type 1 is x minus h the whole square by a square minus y minus k the whole square by b square is equal to 1. On this we can substitute h comma k as 2 comma 1. So it is x minus 2 the whole square by a square value is 12 minus y minus 1 the whole square by b square value is 24, which is equal to 1. So this is our required equation of hyperbola. Question number 3, subdivision 3. Find the equation of hyperbola passing through 5 comma minus 2 and the length of the transverse axis is 8 units, center 0 comma 0 and the transverse axis is along x-axis. Since this transverse axis along x-axis and center 0 comma 0, directly we can write the equation with h comma k as 0 comma 0. We have just equation x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. Here we have to find the value of a square and b square. Okay. But it is given already the value of a by the length of the transverse axis 8 units. What is the length of the transverse axis? It is 2a. So we can write the length of the transverse axis . It is 2a is equal to 8. So we can write a is equal to 8 by 2, 4. Now we can substitute this a square as 4 square. Replace the equation a square as 4 square. So we have the equation like this, x square by 4 square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. So always if they are given the point on the hyperbola, see it is given passing through the point. If they are given a point on the hyperbola or a point on the ellipse, okay, then you should write the equation first. On that equation only you should substitute the point, okay. So we written the equation with a value. Now we can substitute the point on it. So before that we can write it passes through. Remember that first you should write the equation, then you can write this point and substitute in it. 5 comma minus 2. So substitute it for x and y. X becomes 5 square divided by 4 square minus y square becomes minus 2 the whole square by b square is equal to 1. So in this equation we have only one unknown value, that is b square. By simplifying this we can find b square. Okay. So I am writing here 5 square by 4 square, that is 25 by 16 minus 2 square is 4 divided by b square is equal to 1. We are finding this b square, okay. We are going to find this b square. So keep this term on the left side and write this. Take this 25 by 16 to the right side. So it is minus 4 by b square is equal to 1 minus 25 by 16. Okay. Then we have minus 4 by b square is equal to 16 minus 25 is minus 9 by 16. So minus get cancelled and you can do the cross multiplication to find b square. Okay. 9b square is equal to 16 into 4 and b square is equal to 16 into 4, 64 by 9. What is b square value? 64 by 9. We already have a value from the length of the transverse axis. Now by substituting the given point on the equation, we got b square also. Now we can write the equation of required hyperbola is the required equation is required equation of hyperbola is x square by a square. What is a square? We got a value as 4. So we can write 4 square minus y square by b square. Now we got 64 by 9 is equal to 1. Once again you can write it is x square by 16 minus, take this y 9 to the numerator. It is 9y square by 64 is equal to 1. Understood? Yes, this is our required equation of hyperbola. Now question number 8. Identify the type of conic and find the center, foci, vertices and directrices of 9x square minus y square minus 36x minus 6y plus 18 is equal to 0. Okay, so consider this given equation, and already we did in our ellipse. Like that we can first collect x square and x term separately and y square and y term separately. So we can take 9x square minus 36x together and plus the remaining term y minus y square and minus 6y. So consider including this minus sign, minus y square minus 6y is equal to, take the constant to the right side. It is minus 18. Now you should make it as perfect square. When you make it as perfect square, its coefficient of x square and y square should be plus 1. So you should take 9 as common. Then it becomes x square minus 4x plus, here to make it as plus 1, you should take minus sign as common. Okay, so I am changing this plus sign as minus. We are taking minus 1 outside. So it becomes plus y square and plus 6y is equal to minus 18. Okay, so if it is already plus 1 means directly we can proceed, but here we have 9x square. So take it outside and then do the next step. How you will make it as a perfect square? Just we have to add and subtract a term, that is coefficient of x by 2 the whole square in first bracket, and here coefficient of y by 2 the whole square on the second bracket. Okay, so I am doing that. X square minus 4x, just add and subtract a new number, that is 4 by 2 the whole square, that is 2 square. So I am writing 2 square plus 2 square and minus 2 square, minus of, in the second bracket also I am writing y square plus 6y. What is 6 by 2? See, 6 by 2 the whole square is 3 square. So I am writing plus 3 square minus 3 square is equal to minus 18. So we are introducing a new term which is coefficient of x or y divided by 2 the whole square. Okay, yes. Now change it in the form of a minus b the whole square or a plus b the whole square. See, here we have minus sign in the second term, so therefore we should write a minus b the whole square. So from the first term you should take, from x square you can take x, from 2 square you can take 2, and if it is minus sign means middle one is minus, we can write x minus 2 the whole square minus, what is 2 square? 4. Okay, already I told you this minus is not for 2. Okay, minus 2 the whole square only will give plus 4. This is only 2 square, so I am writing only 4. Write the minus sign as it is. And here also from this y square we can write y, from this 3 square third term we can write 3, and middle sign second term just see the symbol, it is plus means we can write positive. So y plus 3 the whole square minus 9 is equal to minus 18. Okay, we can multiply this 9 with these two terms. So we are getting into x minus 2 the whole square minus 9 into 4, 36 minus of y plus 3 the whole square is minus of y plus 3 the whole square minus of minus 9 plus 9 is equal to minus 18. Okay, now again take this constant term to the right side. We have 9 into x minus 2 the whole square minus y plus 3 the whole square is equal to minus 18 plus 36. This becomes plus 36 and this plus 9 becomes minus 9 when you take it into the right side. So after simplifying this right side, we have 36 minus 18 minus 9. It is 36 minus 27. It is nothing but 9. Okay. So we have 9 into x minus 2 the whole square minus y plus 3 the whole square is equal to 9. Okay. So once again we can divide this equation with right side constant 9. So we have 9 into x minus 2 the whole square by 9 minus y plus 3 the whole square by 9 is equal to 9 by 9. Okay. Now this 9 get cancelled. Here also the 9 get cancelled. So we have x minus 2 the whole square by 1 minus y plus 3 the whole square by 9 is equal to 1. Okay. So now it is in the form of x minus h the whole square by a square minus y minus k the whole square by b square is equal to 1. See, x value is coming first. That is your positive term. So it is of type 1. So you have a question, identify the type of conic. So you should write it is hyperbola of type 1. The equation is of the form x minus h the whole square by a square minus y minus k the whole square by b square is equal to 1. So just compare the value. Minus h is minus 2 means we can write h is equal to 2 and minus k is plus 3 means k is minus 3 and the denominator compare it, a square is 1 and b square is 9. So we are getting a is 1 and b is 3. With this value we can find eccentricity first. Okay. How you will find the eccentricity? E is equal to square root of a square plus b square by a square. So it is equal to, what is your a square value? 1 plus b square is 9 divided by a square. Once again it is 1 only. So the answer is square root of 10. Okay. So also you can write AE value. A is 1. So 1 into root 10. So once again we are getting root 10 for AE and A by E is nothing but 1 by root 10. Here I written the center 0, 0. So how you will convert it into small xy? Just add h with x coordinate, k with y coordinate. So 0 plus 2 is 2 and 0 minus 3 is minus 3. Okay. Now the vertices plus or minus a comma 0. So plus or minus a comma 0, a value is 1. Plus or minus 1 comma 0 I written separately. Then consider this 1 comma 0, add h and k with this. Okay. That is 2 and minus 3. You are getting 3 comma minus 3. Here also add 2 and minus 3. That is 2 with minus 1. Add 3 with 0. So you are getting 1 comma minus 3. Just add h with x coordinate, k with y coordinate. First you should consider 1 comma 0. Again you should consider minus 1 comma 0. Okay. Similarly the foci plus root 10 comma 0 minus root 10 comma 0. The plus root 10 comma 0 becomes this point. Plus root 10 plus 2 comma minus 3. And this point becomes minus root 10 plus 2 comma minus 3 after adding h and k. See the directrices, x is equal to plus or minus a by e. That is x is equal to plus or minus 1 by 10. That is our capital X because this column refers capital X and y. So here you have capital X. When you convert it into small x, we can add only h value. That is x is equal to 1 by root 10 plus 2 and also x is equal to minus 1 by root 10 plus 2. We have here 2x value. With that 2x value we are adding h value. Okay. So when you convert we should use small x. Okay, and also you can give the names like center as C and vertices as V, V dash or A dash, and focus as F, F dash or S, S dash. Okay, and just draw the rough diagram also. Mark 2, -3 on the fourth quadrant. Through that point you can draw two axes, that is capital X and Y, and you can draw also the hyperbola of type 1. You can note down these homework sums. First one is question number 3, subdivision 1. Then find the equation of hyperbola when the foci is plus or minus 2, 0 and E is equal to 3/2. And you have two questions from 5th and 8th question, subdivision 4. In these two subdivision, you should identify the type of conic, and then you should find the center, vertices, foci and directrices. Okay, here you can write directly the center, foci, everything. Here you should find first capital XY and then convert it into small xy. Okay, yes, we can conclude our session now. Thank you students. Thank you for your attention.